England lose to Portugal in a major tournament again. Welcome to Next Goal Wins. Another familiar story then for England at major competition. Lose to Portugal. Yes, the U21's lost last night 1-0 in their first game in the group stage. It wasn't a bad performance really. I thought England created a lot of opportunities. Portugal dominated a lot of play in the midfield. Players like William Carvalho went on to win man of the match. Player a lot of people have heard of, been linked with a lot of Premier League teams. And Bernardo Silva, the young Monaco player, who had a very good game, had a hand in the goal. Let's talk about a few of the key moments in the game. About 7th minute, the ball was delivered by João Mario, the young Portuguese player. Already made a appearance for the first national team with Cristiano Ronaldo. He delivers the ball from the right hand side, comes across, and England defender gets fun. I think it's Liam Moore, nearly turns it into his own goal past Jack Butland. Butland, good save, stuck out his right hand to claw it back into play, but you could see the danger signs earlier where we had to stop the distribution in from the wings. About 33rd minute, good turn and shot by Kane actually. The ball's played into him, turns into his right, forces a good save out the Maritimo keeper. Bit later on, just before half time, Jesse Lingard picks the ball up in about the same position Kane does earlier, just on the edge of the box a bit more, just curls one just past the left hand post. It was a good effort really, but you've got to be hitting the target with them in major competition. It wasn't an easy chance by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a chance nonetheless. There were no changes at half time in the game. 47th minute though, Nathan Redmond, who had a good night all round, he's obviously just got promoted with Norwich. He had a shot in the first half, tested the keeper, straight at him. The second one, nice little jink play inside onto his weaker left foot, strikes one, straight at the keeper unfortunately, and easy to deal with really. I would say one thing about Portugal keeper, he did fumble a lot, didn't really hold on so much with both Redmond's chances that happened. A few minutes later, Ward-Prowse with a free kick, Southampton man, a player I really rate actually, but I would say he had a bit of a poor game in this one. Yeah, he had a free kick, edge of the area, David Beckham-esque range. David Beckham-esque not result though, curls it just wide of the near post. Unlucky, good effort, heading hands from England players, thought that one had gone in. And then, as is the way in football, 3 minutes later, ball goes down the other end. Chance comes to Portugal, about 57th minute this is. Kind of a ball whipped in from the outside, Bernardo Silva takes it down his chest. It falls to Cavallero in the middle. A bit of foot tennis really with 3 England defenders. Ball somehow finds its way off Garbett, but goes in towards Bernardo Silva. One-on-one with Butland, you're thinking he's got to score. Hits the post anyway, and you're thinking, oh brilliant, Reprievo. Oh no, bounces straight to João Mario, the player who whipped the ball in earlier. No one marking him, slots it home easily, Butland nowhere to be seen. The goal was disappointing from England's point of view. There were no men picking him up. I think Jesse Lingard on the edge, to be honest, should have followed him in. I saw a lot of pundits talking about the 3 in the middle, 3 England players who really should have picked him up, but I think Lingard's got to follow him in there. I'm not going to use the old cliche first to react because the ball just went straight to him, but I think an England player should have pushed out. There were too many of them in the same position. With the game overall, I thought England played alright. I thought there were a lot of signs of positivity from them. It was annoying for Southgate that Seydou Berahino got injured the night before, a bit of a disappointment, and I think he would have. I'm not sure if he would have helped. Yeah, maybe we could have played 2 up top without Carroll in behind Kane, and Chalobah a bit deeper might not have played. I thought Chalobah had a poor game actually. Him and Carroll both didn't quite do it. I thought Lingard and Redmond in behind Kane I played alright as well. I'll do a player ratings at the end, but I thought they had good games. As for the rest of the England team, a bit of lack of creativity from midfield. Couldn't really find Kane to give him a chance really to put it in, which is a bit annoying. Ward-Prowse especially disappointed with his performance, but as I said, Chalobah, I wasn't too fond of his performance to say the least. Yes, but Portugal, hand it to Portugal. They had a lot of players who've already played for the national team. People like Bernardo Silva and William Carvalho, already Champions League players. Bernardo Silva quarter-final this season with Monaco, him and Ferreira Carrasco, the young Belgian on each wing. I thought he had a really good game. I think he's going to be one to watch in a few years. He had a good season for Monaco this season. Carvalho, I haven't really seen a lot of him, despite the furore that's going on around him. First time I really saw him play properly, and I thought he played very well. I was very surprised with him. He won man of the match, obviously that deep line midfield role, being linked with Manchester United and Arsenal. Be interesting to see if someone really comes in for him now after this showing in the under-21s, and I imagine against England there'll be a lot of people watching. Where does this leave England in the group, I hear you ask at home? Well, I can tell you, it leaves us on no points, as is always the case when you lose a game. But we're also on no points with Italy, which is good, because Italy went 1-0 up against Sweden in our group, the other group game that happened last night. But yeah, 2-1 defeat in the end, Sweden. Sweden came back. Sweden unfancied in the group, really, with big guns like, well, England, Italy and Portugal. Italy, a few good young players in their midst, but went 1-0 up and buckled under the pressure, conceding 2 goals to Sweden. Sweden topped the group on goals, on goal difference, with a +2 goal difference. I think we'll still get through the group, if I'm being honest. I can see us beating Sweden, and now Italy have lost. I can see us beating Italy. I can see Italy picking up points against Portugal, maybe. I think the group will be a lot of points distributed between the teams. It always is the way of under-21s. You never really know. I would say it was a difficult game, Portugal. I know people have been disappointed, but both teams were unbeaten in qualifying. It's not like we were playing a minnows. We did beat them, however, in a friendly earlier this year at Turf Moor. 3-1, which is a bit disappointing. I think Southgate will be losing this one in the major tournaments. Just to win in a friendly doesn't really mean anything when you're losing the major tournaments. But anyway, to player ratings now. So yeah, player ratings now. I'm going to do the England boys first. In goal was Jack Butland and captain for under-21s. Had a good game, made a few good saves. He's not at fault for anything to do with the goal. It was just a bit of a tumble leg. So 6. Standard 6 I give Butland. Jenkinson at right back for West Ham on loan. Looks like he's going to be on loan again this season from Arsenal. Another solid game, didn't really do much wrong. A 6 for him as well. Gibson, the young centre-back, and Moore, obviously Leicester lad. Born in Leicester and raised as well, so nice to see him playing in a major competition. Bit biased, but don't worry, the rating won't be. I'm going to give Moore a 5.5, a 6. No, I'm going to go for a 5.5. He had a poor first half, really. I've seen him play better for Leicester. Gibson on the other hand, 6.5 I'll give him. I thought he played well. I thought he had an alright game. There was a bit of the incident for the goal where he could have done better, but apart from that, I can't really complain. Garbett, left back, Everton, I thought he had a bit of a poor game. I'm going to give him 5.5. Ward-Prowse, 6. Played alright, but not to the standards I expect, really. Chalobah, 5. I thought he was England's worst player. Redmond, 7. I thought Redmond was good. His pace is dangerous. Carroll, I would give a 6. Didn't really create too much. Lingard, the same as Redmond, I'm going to give a 7. Again, played well. Kane, 7 again, because he did create a lot of chances in the area. I don't think that Portuguese defender handled him very well. And then for Gareth Southgate, the manager, I'm going to give him a 7, because I don't think he could have done any more than he did, really. His substitutions now. Hughes came on, Will Hughes, the young Derby lad. Not a good team for me as a Leicester fan, but no, a lot of hype around Hughes. I'll give him a 6. Well, I did alright when he came on, about 50th minute, and then Ings came on late, too late to give a rating, really. Wasn't an impact on the game. Now, quickly on to Portugal. I know you're only really interested in England. Portugal, Jose Sa, the Maritimo keeper, made a lot of good saves. I'm going to give him a 7. Ricardo Esgao, the right back, I'm going to give him a 7 as well, another good game. Iori, the Sporting centre-back, I'm going to give him a 6.5. He's been linked with a lot of teams like Liverpool, actually, and I thought he could have done better. Paulo Oliveira, 6.5 as well. Guerrero, the left back, I'm going to give him a 7. Thought he played well. William Carvalho, man of the match, I'm going to give him 8.5. I thought he played very well. Sergio Oliveira, helped to hand him a goal, I'm going to give him a 6.5. Seen a few people give him 7s, 8s. I didn't think he played that well. 6.5. Bernardo Silva, though, 8. Just behind William Carvalho's player of the match. Played very well. Juan Mario, the goal scorer. Oh, yes, Juan Mario, I should say. 7 for his goal. Whenever you score, you get a good rating. Ivan Caballero helped to hand him a goal, but 6 was replaced by Menderios later. Can't give him a rating. And Ricardo, finally, a 6. And Rui George, the manager, I'm going to give him an 8 for masterminding a win over the brilliant England, obviously. That's all for the under-21s. Yeah, England's next game's in a few days. I'll be talking about that as well. I might talk a bit about more under-21s games if you want. I'll be talking about Copa America soon as well, as that gets into the knockout stages. Didn't think it was worth talking about in the group. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be another transfer gossip. There's a few things that have happened today and yesterday that I can talk about. If you want to see any video ideas, let me know. Just leave a link below, leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to do them for you. Anyway, catch you in the next video.